You tell us the general feeling of residents here in the TCI.
Well, Takara, that is still uncertain as word of the handover is still fresh. As I mentioned earlier, the announcement was only made about 30 minutes ago, but it's going to be quite interesting to see how Bahamians react to this news. Not just that, but most importantly, Turks and Caicos Islanders. Unfortunately, we have not been able to go on the streets and get the views of the people, but as we know, the Bahamas is considered our sister nation. We have a relatively large Bahamian population here in the Turks and Caicos Islands, and Turks and Caicos Islanders actually have relatives in the Bahamas and vice versa. But I assume some locals may feel that anything is better than being under the British rule, and you may find those who prefer under any circumstance a locally elected government. So we will just have to wait and see what happens.
Okay, something new for all of us here. Nakira, is there any word as to what is going on to help this transition?
Well, Takara, it is my understanding that planes are on the ground at this very moment at the Providenciales International Airport with Bahamian government officials and security teams from the Royal Bahamas Defense Force and the Royal Bahamas Police Force. I also understand that 2 Defense Force vessels were seen off the coast of Grace Bay and also in Grand Turk.
Okay, well, from all of the information you have, do you think this can be linked to the governor's departure in August?
Well, Takara, it would seem likely, especially with the present head of state leaving at a time when the nation is being handed over to another sovereign country. Unfortunately, we have been unable to get in contact with the governor, which is expected considering that it's after hours. But if you can recall, I think it was about just 2 years ago when then PNP leaders Mr. Michael Mizik and Mr. Galma Williams traveled to the Bahamas with hopes of forming a federation with the Bahamas. So plans may have been brewing since then to make the government exchange. However, this is all we know at the moment, and we will continue to bring you updates as this story develops.
Thanks so much, Nakira, and of course, stay tuned to hear how local politicians and others speaking on the Bahamas taking over Turks and Caicos, as well as more news right after the break.